January monthly meeting, January 24th, 2018. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. We're going to start out by saying our Pledge of Allegiance. Our administrative allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to ask Councilman Archie Scott if he'd say our invocation.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you again today for your goodness and your mercy, your grace. We appreciate life itself. We understand that you are the one that calls us to exist, and we thank you for it. And Lord, we pray that you would bless this meeting today. Give us clarity of thought, eloquent of speech. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Number 3, approval of agenda.
Mr. Chairman, if you allow us to implement a finance report on item 7B, that was an oversight on my part not to include that.
Okay, I'll need a motion to amend the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Need a second? Second. All in favor? All opposed? All right, now I need a motion to approve the amended agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the amended agenda.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right, number 4, approval of minutes, 12/3/17. Requires a motion.
Make a motion this time we approve the minutes 12/3/13/17.
Need a second?
No move.
All right, all in favor? Any opposed? Number 5, new business. A, department head employee of the month.
Mr. Chairman, this is the fun part of any meeting we have. If you will join us down here, or anybody should designate and give away a few little goodies. Our department head was not here, but that was Jamie Estes, who's done a heck of a job. But during these past few months, it gets extra busy up there with the taxes. We just made $1 million gas payment to Wyman Gordon, and that was something that she really helped us with. But Jamie's not here today, so we'll make sure she gets this. And then the employee of the month, it doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't matter, you just get them out.
Mackie George, where are you at? Come on up, sir. Can't say enough about this fella here. Litter is a problem in every county, and it just seems to be a defeating task. But Mackie and them go at it time and time again, but he's very valuable. Steve's always bragging on him in roads and bridges, so we appreciate you very much, sir.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you.
All right, moving right along. 5B, recognition of Kim Daniels, retirement.
Mr. Chairman, you shouldn't have took your seat. If you don't mind returning, do we have to?
Have it right here.
Okay, very good.
And then just hot.
Okay, I'm gonna read this, well, if you'll read it, Mr. Chairman. But we've got some appreciation for Mr. Kim Daniels. Will you come forward, please?
An appreciation to Kim Daniels, Dillon County EMS, for loyal and faithful service to the citizens of Dillon County for over 36 years. Presented by Dillon County Council, January 2018. 24/2018. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. He's always in the background. This is not a token of appreciation. Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right. 5C, recreation equipment.
You don't have any.
The recreation equipment, okay. 5D, vehicle for GIS.
Mr. Chairman, Council, the GIS vehicle went out. The repairs were greater than what the car was worth. So what we did was shop different dealerships. Also went online to seek some used vehicles. They found one for $5,500. We had it checked out by a local mechanic. Melissa's been driving it for about a week, I guess, and I think maybe some of you have even seen that vehicle. It's a solid vehicle. The price tag is $5,500, but it would be my recommendation. I don't think we'll find a better buy. That's a Jeep, is what's there?
Liberty,
Jeep Liberty, it's four-wheel drive also, right?
yes.
Which you
that's
kind of need for
2003.
your job, okay.
Requires a motion.
Make a motion with the chair this time.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second, any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, 5E, Matthew Ellington.
Mr. Chairman, should I take the podium?
Yes, sir, go ahead. Thank you for coming today.
Thank y'all. All right, let me start off by saying thank you for the opportunity to allow me to actively represent the people of Lakeview and express our displeasure and position on the vote to move to 1% sales tax money. Let me start off by saying when I refer to Lakeview, I don't just mean the town limits of Lakeview. Our community stretches out far beyond the town limits and is a prime place for all people to come and enjoy the fellowship of and the amenities of Lakeview. The people of Lakeview voted with the rest of Dillon County to apply the 1% sales tax in 2003. Since voting, we have eagerly been waiting for our opportunity to benefit from the investment we made with the county. Unfortunately, to our dismay, the money was not allocated for Lakeview and supposedly spent. When no receipts could be found, or as council would like for us to believe in good faith back in May, they took out a bond in order to reallocate that money to a special account. Let me remind everyone, this is the platform that all of our candidates ran on. Everyone remembers the newspaper articles, where's the money? After a town meeting back in May with the council and some of the administrators in the administrator's office, we were under the assumption that the county would make it right. Only after jumping through hoops and proceeding to gather bids, assembling projects for the county to approve, we were told that there was no money available for Lakeview and that the $500,000 would have to be used to balance the budget. This happened less than 6 months after we were told that the county wanted to make this right. Let me ask you a question. If you guys had loaned someone money and 15 years later y'all hadn't seen that money yet, would y'all have any faith that that money would ever be returned? My answer would be no. We've all heard the hollow promises for too long now. After moving the money to the general fund, or what some people call it, the great unknown, where it disappeared from before, we can only feel defeated and misrepresented throughout our district. I'm not here to debate whether it's legally right or wrong for council to move the money. We'll let the judicial system figure that out if it comes to it. I'm here to say it's not right morally or in the eyes of the public. Lakeview has contributed to the success of the 1% sales tax, but never reaped the rewards. The one example that I always like to give is the Wellness Center. It was one of the original projects along with Lakeview's. The city of Dillon received $500,000 that they started the Wellness Center with. I can only imagine what we could have done with $700,000 had we given the opportunity to invest that money the way it should have been. I've heard some comments from people throughout the district, and I want to share those with you guys. He first commented, if they used the Lakeview money instead of raising taxes, doesn't that mean they made Lakeview pay for the tax increase for the whole county? If they were going to take our money, you'd think we should at least get something other than Dillon Recreation Department's hand-me-down football helmets a year for the county, from the county. Third quote, really, they're taking our money and buying a motivator for the county. Fourth quote, Lakeview can't get any of its own money, but the county can purchase a $45,000 truck for the Little Rock Fire Department. Fifth comment, there's not that many of these. They took our money and created another good old boy position in the county. That makes two creative positions in the last year. And 6, which is a pretty good one. Well, at least when the schools raise taxes, they follow through and we see the improvements throughout our community. These comments I've shared are all about priorities, and it's obvious Lakeview is not one of them. Hopefully you all understand the frustration from the people of Lakeview. I believe the biggest mistake made in politics and from elected officials is losing the trust of the citizens. You know you've lost the trust of the citizens when someone from the county, by a county council member, sends an employee on the job and in a county vehicle to the town of Lakeview to request financial statements through the Freedom of Information Act. I think council needs to be more focused on the county's financials in their current state than the town's. Maybe while we're creating positions, we can create a position for that job that was replaced by this employee running errands for the council members. Why a council member will be interested in the finances of the town only after the money allocated for the town was given away is beyond me. But unfortunately, that's where we are today. In my closing statement, I'd like to make the same request I believe Robbie Coward made back when Clay Young was the administrator, when he lost faith in the county. I'd like to request that the county reinstate the posting of the accounts payable ledger on the county website. This way we can at least have transparency and the public can see where our money, the money we're not getting, is being spent. Mr. Chairman, I'm asking you today to make a motion to vote on this, to move and to reinstate that posting, if not today, at the next call meeting. I'd like to share one story before I finish with you guys. Last night as I was preparing this, with a heavy heart on the fact that it's come to this, my oldest daughter asked me what's wrong. I proceeded to tell her I'm going to a meeting tomorrow, and I'm going to probably make some people mad. And I'm going to have some people who are not going to like me after that. Then she asked me why. I try to break it down for her. I say, well, if there's someone that's bullying you in class, and he keeps pushing everyone around and causing trouble and makes everyone stay in at recess, we must stand up. We must say stop. Even though you may get picked on, even more than you did before, and everyone and all of the bully's friends may hate you, it's the right thing to do, and everyone will thank you and appreciate you standing up for them. And that's my job as the mayor of Layton. Thank y'all for your time.
Thank you for coming. Anybody have anything they want to say?
Can I do the comments afterwards? I need to say.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I'd like to say something. Everybody that's here from Lakeview, I appreciate you showing up. But I have a question. Matthew had a few questions, and this is not a gotcha meeting. I didn't show up here today till I got the county council, I got Matthew, or I got the citizens of Lakeview. I came here today to tend to business. That's what they elected me for, was to come up here and tend to business. Nothing hid. Can you tell me, Matthew, how much money Lakeview got on the 1% sales tax?
We got $1.2 million for the infrastructure. And if you'd like me to elaborate, we got $31,000 that the last council member got that provided the recreation equipment or the playground structure at our park.
Okay,
All right,
thank you. That's not a get you question. I just didn't know myself. I just asked the county administrator the same thing. Didn't know for sure. But the people of Lakeview elected me to come up here, as you said, and take care of business. And that's what I've been doing. Now, the vote that we took, not I get you again now, but last time they took a vote, I was headed to the beach. I was at Hardee's the morning they took the vote. You called me at Hardee's. Are you going to the meeting, Jack? I said, what meeting you talking about? Well, I forgot about it. It weren't a regular meeting, it was a call meeting. A call meeting on Friday morning. You explained to me what it was about. They're going to take our Lakeview money. Am I right or wrong? You explained it to me. I'm headed to the beach. I didn't have to be here. Let me explain something to you, everybody in Dillon County. I didn't have to be here for them to take that vote to do what they did with the money. Buzz effectively supposed to have money like we're supposed to have money. 1% money. Buzz effectively. If I get me 3 votes beyond myself, I don't have to have Buzz Finkley up here to take his money, if he's even got any. You ever got a bank statement?
No, I haven't.
1% money, no bank statement. Did I get a transfer of money wherever it's at? Ain't got a job. I'm in the same shape you in, Matthew. And don't think I ain't been fighting for you. Is it anybody's fault up here? No, it's just the way the system's working, and let me tell you something. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Buzzy Finkley hadn't got one transfer of money from anywhere. Lakeview money you're saying got transferred. Chairman, did you get a notice that money being transferred from Lakeview to anywhere? No, I had to ask, Rodney didn't even know himself a while ago. Now you let me know something I didn't know. How much money it is there. But you put it in your pipe and smoke it, that it is going to be taken care of. Now, Jack Scott is the demon right now. We got all kind of rumor mills going on around the county. All kind. Oh, Jack Scott's the demon. Let me ask you something, Matthew. You and your newly elected
city council. I'm the money man. Rodney Berry, you been coming up here. Have you ever threatened Rodney or anything about maybe suing him? Anything a little derogatory?
No, we mentioned that we had.
Okay, all right, thank you for being truthful. We tending to business. Rodney Berry ain't got a John Brown thing to do with this money. You're looking at it right here. I just explained it to you. Now, let's get down to business. No gotchas. This isn't a gotcha. How many times you and your council invited me up there to meet with you about this money? One time. Name me one time. Be truthful. You've been truthful so far.
I have not reached out to you yet.
Thank you, sir. I'm the money man. Rodney Berry ain't got a John Brown thing to do with this money. Why? You don't like me? Y'all don't like me at the town council? What happened? I mean, let's be truthful. You know what you love? Running old Jack down around town. Throw the money away. We love it, don't we? Buzzy Fink ain't got no idea what he's got, how much is coming to him, nothing. Just like me. But put it in your pipe and smoke it. We're going to get down to the bottom of it. Now, if I had been invited to Lakeview meetings, you would know that I've been working on a PD State Park deal. Where is Sugar Hill at, Matthew?
I'm not sure.
You a member of the Lake? Come on now. And I supposed to send you back to Lakeview with a $500,000 check and you don't even know where Sugar Hill's at? Come on, let's get serious.
Where's Sugar Hill?
At the PD State Park. Big community. Part of it Shores Archie. How many people live at Sugar Hill? Probably more than Lakeview. Them people have to live out there and look at the PD State Park. Have you been out there? It's in my district, your district, District 2. Go out and look and see what a mess. Now, would you have any, I got the paperwork right here. I got a check here for $500,000, 1% money. I got information here, don't have the checks yet, but you got information here for $250,000 more to Lakeview. Come on, man, that's $750,000. I got proof right here. Harold Moody signed the check. $750,000. You sold the spray field. Why come I can't get access to it? I'm trying to help Lakeview out. Why come I can't get it? Why did you deny me access to what Lakeview's got? I ain't trying to steal it. Let me ask you another question. What have you and the city council got worked out with it? If the chairman right now signs a check to you for $500,000, what you gonna do with it? Have you even discussed it? Okay, well you don't have to linger on. We ain't got that much time. But you wouldn't be willing for the people of, you only know where Sugar Hill's at. If you don't know, I'll satisfy the rest of the people from Lakeview. You don't know where Sugar Hill's at. You know, thank you.
Actually, Sugar Hill's not close to PD State Park. Actually, the PD State Park Lake is in my backyard, and I think the state park is owned by the state, not by the county council. And from my understanding, Representative Jackie Hayes was the one who was contacting the governor to see when the park could get fixed. So if you want to go back and look who lives near the park, you may want to look at the roads again.
That's not the point I'm making. To look at. The point I'm trying to make is the people in Sugar Hill, Floydale, Ford, Bermuda, and Haystown, did they pay that 1% also that you got? $750,000. Didn't they pay also? Well, where are you seeing the city? Let me read something here. This is the reason I can't send you back with a $500,000 check. We're talking about a lawyer and a county administrator now, wrote this letter to Dillon County, explaining it to me as a candidate and the rest of the people of Dillon County. The town of Lakeview received and cashed a county check for $500,000 for Project 2. He said nothing about deposit. Now we're talking about, we had a lawyer and a county administrator, well educated. Do you know where the $500,000 is at? Do you have it in the bank? That's the reason I'm checking. Oh, I'm not here to gotcha. I was investigating. I'm a taxpayer. I own property in the town of Lakeview, as you well know, right? I own property. I'm a county councilman. I control the money. Why come the secretary down there just couldn't tell me? You know, if you got $500,000 up here, I ain't gonna try to hide it from you. I'm proud of it. I wrote the money on the blackboard in my Sunday school class. How much money Lakeview had in the county together, and I just figured 500, 525, wrote it on the blackboard. Why? Why did I do that? Because I'm proud of Lakeview having plenty of money. I had to erase it. You know why? The mayor and the town council's gonna blister you up and down the road, putting the money on the blackboard. Come on, man, you know better than that. I said, well, why come? Why come we're not proud of it? When I called and asked for the money, like, what's so secret about my tax money, my people's money down there in the town? Could you tell us right now how much you got in deposit at Lakeview? Would you mind? I don't mind telling you how much we got here. The best I can find out is $525. I don't know, but we're gonna find out, and we'll get a Lakeview account. What's so secret about that? Let's be transparent. Can you tell me how much Lakeview, the town of Lakeview? I asked David Kitchen, he says $0. You told everybody in the store at Lakeview $0, now didn't you? You told Frank Siddle, the whole crowd of Hucks, nothing. We ain't got nothing. David told me the same thing at the store. We got anything I don't know? Well, what is so secret about Lakeview money? I can go on now. And let me tell you something else. If you had been inviting me to your meeting, you would know, and there's somebody here more powerful than I am, would know that I'm trying to work on District 2 owning the state park. I don't want it to get going. How would we do that? Let the people in that district, we got the money. I can speak to that. I know we got the money. Dude, if you had been calling me to the meetings, you know what? You'd know what I've been doing with the mill farm at Lakeview. And the land adjacent to it. Maybe 200 acres I'm working on. For what? A ball field and an industrial park. But I ain't been invited to no meeting. Oh, let's just start some rumors on Jack. Hey.
Excuse me, can I make a comment? You're gonna stand here and tell you that I've never invited you to a Lakeview Town Council meeting? Go ahead, Jack.
I'm sorry. All right, moving along. Thank y'all for speaking. 5F, Mohawk Building Office.
Mr. Chairman, Council, we had talked for some time, just kind of throwing it around, about entertaining the sale of Mohawk Building. It was last used by Harbor Freight. Haven't had any bites on this particular facility. It would be what we call outdated, ceiling heights, things of that nature. You know, I take the position we're not in the real estate business with the county, so we sent out about 3 weeks ago bids on this property, or advertised it in several locations. I have got 2 return bids. At this time, I know what one bid is because I received this by way of email. So I'm gonna open this. Of course, we can't, you can, today you can take action for me to go forward with this, but it takes 3 readings to consummate the sale. So at this time, if you will, you have copies of it. I'll read the bid from John Schwartz, who I already know the amount. It's $300,000. There's a few stipulations, 60-day due diligence, on and on, but this is language that our attorney will address. You've already seen it by now, I have not. We also have a bid from Dillon Manufacturing Company, who's got some pretty neat plans coming up. And his bid is, as I'm reading for the first time, $452,000. So, I'd ask council to make a decision for me to proceed. We will come back with the 3 readings for approval of county council. Have I missed anything?
That's correct. We would, if you give approval to proceed, then that's just starting the ball rolling. It's not actually approving the sale yet. We would have to get a contract back before you. That would be part of the ordinance process. Public hearing have to be held. And that would give you time also to consider more about the contract and anything that you may want to include in it.
Does Commerce have any problem with this?
No, I told them, they did supply some money for renovations. I spoke to Downer Young, who is the department head with their grants, has no issues with us selling the building.
If you got one bid for $300,000 and you got another for $452,000, is there something we can get in right now, or you can make those folks hold good to this? You may lose one trying to get another one. Then you can't make them put up no earning money?
Well, that's where that's what the attorney work out moving forward. I just asked y'all to accept the bid. This somewhat is a legal document here, isn't it?
Well, it's an offer from him, and we can accept it through the ordinance process. But there are some final details in terms of the contract that we would have to work out with them. We can go ahead and ask. You can't approve the contract, in my opinion, until you've done the 3 readings on the ordinance.
I advertised the building for $500,000. Was the advertising price.
It requires a motion.
Make a motion, Mr. Chair, at this time, that we give them authorization to engage the $450,000 bid.
Second.
Second. All in favor? Any opposed? All right. 6, old business. 6A, ladder rescue, Robbie McDaniel.
Chairman, I do not believe I see my former classmate here today.
He was not able to be here. And I'll try to, on the next, whenever we have the next meeting, so we can arrange for him to be here.
All right. 7, administrator's report.
This requires no action. I'd just like to whet your appetite. Of course, we own the First Citizens building downtown, which houses our economic development and also chamber. I'd like to just go forward and see, the roof is in bad repair, and to the point that it's about $30,000 for repair. I'd like to go out and kind of explore if I could find somebody that would entertain buying that building, but with some restraints, and that's to build apartments. So that would play a part with, I think, the city of Dillon's kind of plan to strengthen downtown. So I don't need a motion. I'll explore that. If I hear back from you individually that, I'd like your input on it, but we'll entertain that at a different.
How much you say it costs to replace the roof?
About $30,000 was an estimate I think Tony Collar had given me, Mr. Buzzy. So,
This is just general information.
that's all, sir, yeah.
7B, finance report.
Okay. Kind of mid-year report as far as the expenditures. Just about all the departments are running on schedule. They've all have about 50% of the budget left, so they run pretty good. The balance report as of January 23rd, and the general fund account, we got 1.1 million. Accounts payable outstanding right now, about 683,000. Gives us a available balance of 421,000. Property taxes for January have not been allocated to us yet. And the good news is we finished up with the gas line payment. this year, so we're through with that.
All right, next, ordinance, 8A, second reading. An ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of tax agreement by and between Dillon County, South Carolina, and a company or companies known to the county at this time as Project Tiny Miracle with respect to certain economic development property in the county, whereby such property will be subject to certain payments in lieu of taxes, including the provision of certain special source revenue credits and other matters related thereto.
Yes, sir, we won't have the inducement on that today because we're still working through our turn. This is new territory with these solar projects and how they're presenting their fee and lieu's, and Alan and I were on the line with our attorneys last week or earlier this week, I can't remember, last week. And what they're looking to do, they package these. This one here is about 7 projects packaged to one. Then they go out and shop these. So once they're shopped, you have a hard time holding them past 15 years, if I'm not mistaken. And they're trying to work on a bond, so if they default for any reason, that bond will still pay us. So we should have that before final approval. But just to give you a reminder of this, Tiny Miracle consists of 7 different projects, and you were presented this, I think, in executive session, but just to give you some idea, on land value, there's 6 of them that's very small, like $108,000 investment, which normally would yield an agricultural land would be $56. Doing it with solar, we get about $4,000. But out of those 6, there's one huge one, and it's about a $2,700,000. All these are bundled together. We would realize about $1,290 a year as it exists. With the solar panels, it'd be $119,000. Y'all might remember us explaining that to you. But next council meeting, we'll have the inducement package to include our protection with bond.
I'd like to ask our attorney, a company like Tiny Miracle comes in, they look at all this property. Okay, then they gonna go out and resell to other solar companies. Are we gonna have to do separate contracts with each of the solar companies, or just one with Tiny Miracle?
Well, no, this would have to be assigned to anybody that would take over. But I'm not sure that's exactly the way they do it, but it is close to what they do. The 2 things that we're trying to put in place to help protect the county is a bond to continue to get us paid if they do default, and also a bond that if they default, there's a way to clean up these solar panels out there. Now, I think it's going to be hard for them to get a bond for us to keep getting paid. I think that may be hard for them to do, but we're working on trying to make that happen. I think the bond for cleanup is something we can certainly do.
Requires a motion.
Make a motion this time to move to the second reading.
Have a motion, I need a second. Got a second? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, 8B, first reading, an ordinance to amend an agreement for the development of a joint county industrial and business park of Dillon and Marlboro County so as to enlarge the park. Tiny Miracle.
As we do with all these properties, we have a multi-county park issuing 1% to a neighboring county, which is Marlboro County.
Requires a motion.
Make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
All right, got a motion, need a second.
Don't move.
Got a second, all in favor? Any opposed? All right, C, first reading, authorizing the issuance and sale of not exceeding $1 million general obligation bonds, series 2018 of Dillon County, South Carolina, fixing the form and details of the bonds, providing for the payment of the bonds, authorizing the chairman of the county council and county administrator to determine certain matters relating to the bonds, providing for the payment of the bonds, the disposition of the proceeds of the bonds, and other matters relating thereto.
Yeah, that's the GO bond purchase, the front end loader for Trico, not Trico, but backhoe, and then the new motor grader.
Discussion. All right, requires a motion.
I'll make that motion.
All All right, got a motion, need a second? Second. Got a second, all in favor? Any opposed? All right. D, first reading, an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of tax agreement by and between Dillon County, South Carolina and Cotton Solar LLC with respect to certain economic development property in the county, whereby such property will be subject to certain payments in lieu of taxes, including the provision of certain special source credits and other matters related thereto.
Mr. Chairman, we were presented, I think maybe in executive session, these two projects, which are handled by the same attorney. I don't have, this is by title only today. I'll certainly bring you all the details by next meeting for second reading.
Requires a motion.
Another solar, did I mention that's another solar project?
Make a motion to pass first reading.
Got a motion, need a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? All right. E, first reading, an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of tax agreement by and between Dillon County, South Carolina and Whitetail Solar LLC with respect to certain economic development property in the county, whereby such property will be subject to certain payments in lieu of taxes, including the provision of certain special source credits and other matters related thereto.
Same explanation.
All right. Requires a motion.
Make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Got a motion, need a second?
Okay.
Got a second, all in favor? Any opposed? All right, A, resolutions, proclamations. A, Black History Month proclamation.
You gonna read it?
I don't have it. I don't have it with me now.
Yes, please.
County of Dillon Proclamation, Black History Month. Whereas Black History Month honors and affirms the importance of Black history throughout our American experience, and whereas the history of people of African heritage goes back thousands of years and includes some of the greatest, most advanced, and innovative societies in the history of human existence. And whereas Black History Month is a time for all Americans to reflect on the rich history and teachings of African Americans whose contributions are vast and wide. And whereas the Dillon County branch of the NAACP, Citizens for a Better Community, and many individuals throughout our county are dedicated to the principle of fostering civic, economic, and educational programs throughout Dillon County, and are dedicated to encouraging reflection on the rich history and teachings of African Americans and bearing witness to the progress, beauty, and achievements they have made throughout our community. And whereas it is fitting we set aside a special time to acknowledge this important segment of citizens of our community and their history. Now therefore, I, Stevie Grice, Chairman of the Dillon County Council, Dillon, South Carolina, do hereby proclaim the month of February to be Black History Month in Dillon County, and urge all citizens to join me in celebrating the diversity and character of our community and highlight the importance of sharing our culture, customs, and traditions with those around us. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand on this date, January the 24th, in the year of our Lord, 2018.
I think we're ready to execute that today, Mr. Chairman, if you're prepared to sign it. Any guests from the audience or council members, do you want to do that today?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, come on down. It's ready to be executed, right? Come on down and sign. Anybody that'd like to join, including council members.
Before you sign it, can we?
The motion.
Yes.
Okay.
I make the motion that we honor February Black History Month.
Second. All right, got a motion and a second, all in favor? Any opposed?
Anybody like to join from the audience?
Ms. Rivers, Ms. Hargrove, one of y'all want to come up?
Is there a black one? We have to move.
Come on, Ms. Hargrove.
All for standing with them good.
Thank you.
All right, 9, executive session, legal matter, opioid litigation, economic development matter, project bio, and treasurer's legal fees.
Make the motion, we go into executive session.
Got a motion, with a second? Second. All in favor? Any opposed? There was no action taken. We're moving to number 10, opioid litigation position, and it requires a motion. Got a motion, need a second? Got a second, all in favor? Any opposed? All right, number 11, council comments. All right, none.
I just want to make a few comments.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Scott.
I just want to say, it's always good to hear from the public, their concerns, and all of you that have came up here today. I certainly appreciate you coming. That shows that you are interested in your community, and you are interested in the issues that are at hand, and I just personally want to tell you thank you. Thanks, sir.
Anybody else? All right, number 12, a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion, adjourn.
All right, got a motion, need a second? Got a second, all in favor? Any opposed?